You can be the master of your life no matter what type of hardships are thrown your way. Hi escapees, and welcome back to my channel and another episode of Escape with Paola. For the best life and self-help advice, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified every time I release a new video every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Guys, you can be the master of your life no matter what is thrown your way. Despite constant hardships, you still have the power to control your life. 2020, what a year, right guys? I mean, who would have thought? And it's still not over. It's been constant. One thing after another, after another, after another. 2020 is not just the pandemic. It is so many things, so many uprisings, so many revolutions, so many just issues, one after another. I found myself stranded outside of the US, stuck, without being able to come home, because I was outside of the US when the pandemic first started. So imagine, I was alone for months, and my family was here during this craziness. So, but that's a story for another time. It's been rough. And now we have election. What's gonna happen now that the election's pretty much today? Can we still be happy regardless of all of these hardships, or if we're in difficult times? And the answer is yes. We can still find happiness, we can still find joy, and we can still be the masters of our lives. We don't have to let other situations, external situations, control us in our lives, in our happiness, in our fulfillment, or our journey. It's a trying year all around. Now, it's weird because despite that I had the same struggles, I'm going through the same struggles as everyone else in the world right now, and I was stranded without my family, I still had a pretty good year this year. I was happy, and no, I didn't start a business or became a millionaire on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. No, but I was still happy. I cried a lot. So don't get me wrong. Happiness doesn't mean that you're not going to cry, that you're not going to feel scared from time to time. It's just having that deep knowledge that you are going to be okay. And I always felt that. Like, I don't know where I'm going, but it's going to be okay. And I am the master of my life. And I want to show you guys the importance of being the masters of your lives. Regardless of this year being 2020 and being the year of hell or whatever we want to call it, we in our lives are always going to have ups and downs, okay? It might be a good year for some of us, a bad year for others. We're always going to have difficulties, obstacles that are going to confront us in our lives. So we need to learn how to manage these things regardless. These are skills that we must have. How to manage our own lives so that we're always going in the right direction. We have to learn how to master our lives so that we can guide our life to where we want to head, to where we want to go, and not let the things that are happening in our lives guide us into what they think we should be. No, that's not how it works. We are going in the direction that we want to go in this life. So what are some of the things that are stopping the grand majority of people from being masters of their lives? This is something that I had mentioned in a previous video, but our limiting beliefs. What are our limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs could be anything. Like, for example, I was taught that if you didn't go to college and you didn't graduate from a high profession, okay? From a high profession like a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, you weren't going to be successful in your life. If you were a college dropout, a high school dropout, you weren't going to be successful in your life. And we know that that's not true. But we absolutely know that that's not true. That's a limiting belief. So that's something that we need to analyze and see, what are some of our limiting beliefs that has us or stopping us from mastering our own lives. Take some time, take 5 minutes, and take a little journal, start writing it down, things that you think are your limiting beliefs. Write it down, because when you write it down and you start, that helps you analyze it yourself. Like, that starts to work in your mind. You might, it might be there, but you still don't, you haven't realized it, that it's a limiting belief. Once you start doing the exercise, you'll start noticing which are your limiting beliefs. And I've been studying the mind. The mind is a beautiful, unknown thing. It's crazy what our minds are capable of doing. Like, look at what we've accomplished. Your mind is capable of doing anything that you want. So we are image makers. I mean, think about it. My computer. Okay. My computer was once an idea. I remember when the first iPad came out. I know it sounds super old, but I remember when the first iPad came out. Before then, it didn't exist. Someone had the idea, and then they made it, and they created it. The stand that's holding up my phone right now, the tripod, it was an idea. Someone said, hey, how comfortable would it be if, we had a little thing that holds up the phone instead of having to hold it? It was someone's idea. It all started in the mind. So if we are creators, God made us in his image. We are creators. Then who says that we can't create our life? And that's including being able to have the strength and the capability of mastering your life through constant hardship. If you have an obstacle, instead of creating more obstacles because you're only focused on the problems, how about creating solutions? And we have that capacity to do it. But that's something that's within ourselves, and we have to learn how to do that ourselves. And I believe in every single one of you. You guys can be the master of your lives. And the most important point to remember is that expectation is a mindset. We have to continuously study the mind and study the material so that we don't forget. One day we'll be on a roll listening to our podcast, listening to our material, reading books, and we'll have our lessons fresh in our minds. But as humans, we tend to forget. After a week or two, we tend to fall back into bad habits, and then we forget, and then we have to start all over. So never stop studying, never stop listening to reminders, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Because expectation is a mindset. And one last point I did want to go ahead and share with you guys is, please don't forget to live in the present. Thinking of things that happened to us in the past that are no longer relevant, or thinking of what might happen in the future, which no one can really read the future. No one can really tell us what is going to happen. Nothing's for sure. Nothing's for certain. If we stay in the present, we're able to have a clear mindset, and we're able to come out with the solutions. And meditation does help with that. Taking 5 minutes in the morning just to clear your mind and to remember to stay present. It is our obligation to live our lives to the fullest, to help ourselves and to help others the most that we can. And that is our obligations as human beings. So never let an obstacle stop you. Don't let 2020 stop you, because for those who are still here, as long as you're still here, you still have a fighting chance. And we're surviving. And we will continue to survive and push forward for a better future. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, please go ahead and press that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I am also posting 2 little videos that will help you continue your process in living your fulfilled fulfilled life, escaping any type of mental shackles. That's what I do. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.